In a world that's constantly in motion, the principles of classical mechanics are ever present, quietly guiding our everyday lives. It's like the invisible puppeteer, controlling everything from the falling of an apple to the orbiting of the moon. Picture this: you're sitting in a park, watching a child on a swing. As the child swings back and forth, you're witnessing the interplay of potential and kinetic energy, two fundamental concepts in classical mechanics. The higher the child swings, the greater the potential energy. At the peak, this potential energy transforms into kinetic energy, the energy of motion, propelling the child forward. Consider Newton's laws of motion too. They're like the rulebook for the game of life. Just think about it. An object at rest stays at rest, and an object in motion stays in motion unless acted upon by an unbalanced force. This principle, known as the law of inertia, is why you lurch forward when a car suddenly stops. Your body wants to keep moving. Then there's the law of acceleration. Ever noticed how much harder it is to push a heavy shopping cart than a light one? That's because the force needed to move an object is directly proportional to its mass. The heavier the object, the more force you need to move it. And let's not forget the action-reaction law. It illustrates that for every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. This is why you recoil back when you fire a gun, or why a balloon flies around when you let it go without tying it. What about the concept of circular motion? Picture a stone tied to a string and spun around. The stone follows a circular path because of the centripetal force, a force that's always directed towards the center of the circle. This same force is what keeps the moon orbiting around the Earth. Gravitation, a force of attraction that exists between any two masses, is another fundamental concept in classical mechanics. It's the reason we stay grounded on Earth and why the planets revolve around the sun. Every aspect of classical mechanics has a real-world counterpart, shaping our daily experiences, from the mundane to the profound. But imagine a world where these laws were different. How would that affect our day-to-day life? Would we still experience reality as we know it? Or would it be a completely different universe altogether? How would our world function differently if the laws of classical mechanics were different? It's a thought-provoking question that goes to show just how fundamental these laws are to our existence.